Okay, well that sucked. All right, so my computer, like everything just crashed. It just crashed completely. So I had to restart the stream and such, which sucks. But hey, the game opened. The game is open now. It opened after it had to crash and such. So dang. Thank you guys for coming back. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. He was repeating, oh no, my stream. Yeah, hey, that's the funny thing is like as my stream went down, I was apparently stuck on repeat because I saw it on my phone. I was stuck on repeat saying, oh no, my stream, because I really, my stream just freaking ended. Chat overlay came back though, which is cool. Everything had just crashed though. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming back. All right, the game is up and we are good. We're good this time. We're good. We're good. We're good. Everybody's chilling. I was like, bro, I'm lagging. Dude, that is such a messed up thing that just happened. It's okay. That type of stuff happens. Yeah, it's computers. This game wanted me to feel despair. That's what it was. Today on a beautiful... Wait a second. You gotta be effing kidding me. There's no way. Dude, this is literally the second game that's done this to me. Because Fatal 12 has done this also. Hold up. Your anti... I'm done! I am literally done right now. Oh my god. This is what happens when you play games that aren't connected to like Steam or some kind of like launcher. I'm pissed. I am literally pissed off right now. That's trash. This literally happened to me when I played Fatal 12 also. Ugh. Is there a way to skip things in this game? Can you like skip through really fast? Dude, that blows. Maybe there's some kind of skip button. I remember that sucked. No save file. Yeah, it deleted all of my saves. I had like 8 save files. I literally had 8 of them. And they're all gone. There's not a single one left. Let me make sure I open the right Danganronpa Lapse. Sometimes I like download things twice by accident. No, it literally deleted all of the saves. The saves aren't even in the folder anymore. Speed running it, boys.
Self-voicing enabled.
Wait, what?
Self-voicing disabled.
Spam the spacebar. I play Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc on the iPhone. That's the best to skip fast. Monokuma is cursing us with despair. It literally. This is a speed run for everybody that missed the first stream. This is a recap. This is a recap for everybody that missed the first stream and the second stream also. We have to see Pandora and Art die again on cam. Something is cursing me today. I feel like it's just like one of those days where it's like something just didn't want me to have a good day today. It's just like, have a bad day, Blaze. And I'm like, man, fine. What's up, peeps? What's up, mutant? If this is a recap, where's Jeff the ref? Blaze got her determination to make this stream. Right. You're unlucky? Yeah, today I'm the ultimate unlucky student. Is the connection bad where you are, or is something with the PC not connected to a wire? No. The connection's not bad. I have amazing internet, actually. My internet is 1,000 up, 1,000 down, which you can't get in very many places in the US. I pay pretty good money for my internet. Ayumu from Rebirth. I love that character. For all your troubles, you deserve it. Oh, Soul Forever, you're amazing. Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate the donation. Much love, dude. I thought you were the ultimate handrailist. Yeah, that's my part-time ultimate job. Is the ultimate handrailist. I think it was a YouTube issue. No, it was more so my computer crashed. My computer crashed, so it ended the stream also. I live in Australia, so my internet is garbage. Everybody that I talk to that lives outside of, even some people in America, let's be honest, like, good internet is really hard to come by. It's monopolized by like a few companies, and depending on your area, you know, you might just have to have bad internet because it's the only internet you can get, you know? It really sucks. I'm a lucky student, don't worry. Internet is okay where I am. You look like you're shaking. Are you just impatient or are you good? Oh no, I'm tapping my foot. Like this. Germany's Wi-Fi is also pretty iffy. Even in Germany, you guys got iffy Wi-Fi? That sucks. Imagine in Colombia, the internet is trash. I could imagine. Who's all of your guys' favorite characters? I'm interested. I want to know. In Danganronpa Lapse so far. We're calling it Danganronpa speedrun right now because that's what we're having to do. That's what's good about visual novels though. If you do lose your saves, usually it has some kind of skip button or fast forward button, or you could just spam the space bar and you can get right back to where you need to be for the most part. Danganronpa, the actual game is kind of long though, and there's gameplay, so it kind of sucks if you lose your save file for that one in particular. No, I didn't re-download the game. I did not. I did 0. I think my antivirus just like deleted everything when I uninstalled it. Lapse kind of has FTEs. But the FTEs are kind of like, you know, you're forced to do them. You know what I mean? Like you have to do all of them. It's not like Danganronpa where you only do like the ones that you have time for. You have to talk to everyone. So we didn't miss any FTEs or anything like that because you can't. Imagine losing files like other long games like DDLC or Amori. Dude, if I did that in like Amori or DDLC or something like that, I would cry. I'd literally cry. The antivirus gets its last. Yo, I deleted it. I uninstalled it, and it was just like, you know what? You and your game that you're trying to open right now. They're really short for free time events though. Yeah, they are. They're not very long at all. You know what? And in the little class trial, you're not really penalized for guessing wrong, so you're probably just gonna see me spam answers. If I'm going down, I'm taking your saves with me. Literally what happened. My brother deleted my file on Trigger Happy Havoc. Really? Oh, I would cry. I would legit cry. You know how much gameplay you have to go through? Let's do 2 hours and 20 minutes of streams. Oh yeah, 2 hours of streams into 20 minutes. Yeah, we could do that. I actually really like Echo. I find pro tags other than them. I also like Sai or Say. Good characters, good characters. Echo's to the size of a buzz cut Lightyear action figure. A buzz cut Lightyear? What is that? I'd have to watch Sayaka die again. Wouldn't that be sad? Your brother isn't. Yeah, for that, that's kind of a messed up move. I'd be pretty upset if my brother did that to me. I made a delicious tomato soup and garlic bread sticks earlier. Amazing combo. That sounds good. Echo really be Nagi size? Yeah, he's small. Like, he seems like he's younger than everybody, huh? Just from his height. Like, all of them, any character not like Zeke from Total Drama. Oh, I thought Eris said I'd like to watch Sayaka die again, and I was like, wow. No, Eris would never say that about Sayaka. No way. That was the prologue, guys. Actually, no, we're getting into the prologue. That was like the something log. I don't know. The intro, the introduction. There's an introduction and then there's a prologue. The prologue's actually fairly short, believe it or not. I feel like we got through the prologue in like a few minutes. There's one character I like to watch to die again, and it's Kokichi. Oh my god! How many times have you played Danganronpa? Like all of the games, each one. I think the first game I played 3 times. The second game I only played like once or twice. And then V3 I think I played V3 about 3 times. Once and only once? Really? All the way through, I think once. I remember when I put googly eyes on a bunch of things and I put googly eyes on the Sayaka BDA on accident. Oops. That would be funny. Honestly, 0 times. I've watched each game about 5 times through. Dang. I actually never played the game, only watched Let's Plays and read mangas and anime. For revenge on my brother for deleting my saves, I shall delete his pictures on Fortnite. Oh, he's gonna be so mad. Just the first. I almost stopped when I saw Chihiro die. Aw. If I need to go back, I watch someone else's gameplay. Now I do. That's how I am now. Because I really don't want to play those games again, you know? I love them. It's just visual novels aren't really replayable for me. I feel like I'll play a visual novel like once or twice through and I'm kind of done with it. 3 times was kind of pushing it when I played the first game in V3. I've only played UDG once though. Only played UDG once all the way through. And that's because it's the most inaccessible for me because I have it on a PS Vita TV. I forgot I had to do this. Hold on, what? Oh, Echo. I'm just skipping things so I don't even know what it's saying. Electrocuted. Okay, sweet. We got through that. UDG is my least favorite Danganronpa. Sorry, Blaze. Aw, it's okay. I know UDG is not for everyone. Like, the game honestly should have trigger warnings on it before you even start playing it. you know, it has a lot of issues, but I found some love in it, you know. I like the vision. Some of the things that they done in the game, I felt like they were just doing for shock value, you know? Like the Haiji Toa thing was kind of like, all right, come on. You had to put this on. You had to have him say that. Really? Hey, Carmine, what's up? Welcome. UDG could have been much better. Yeah, and then gameplay wise, the game gets really repetitive. Like really, really repetitive to the point where it's just like a slog to play, you know? It's not fun at all. I need to go upstairs. Doesn't it have an ESRB system rating? Yeah, it does. I love Toku. I love Toko and Kamaru. Their friendship is great. Yeah. Never got in UDG because it just didn't seem too interesting to me. I like the original Danganronpa series more. A lot of people do. A lot of people just like the whole murder mystery aspect of the games, and for the games to go more action, people just aren't into that. You know what I mean? Which is okay. I read the UDG mangas and I love them. Glad the stream's back up. What's up, Quirks? How you been? Yeah, I lost my save, so I'm kind of just like flying through this as fast as I can while talking to you guys, which is helping. Haiji legit could have been gay, arrow ace, into fictional characters, not like that invalid sexuality, and the fandom would have loved him probably. Yeah, like they just could have done a lot better with his character. Haiji Toa could have been anything other than what he was, and people would have liked him. Like literally, like it's that bad. Is there lag? 39 berries, 0 found. Also, I love your content, bro. Keep it up. Hey, thank you. I don't want to say your name, but hi. I liked UDG. It's nice to have a playthrough of it in the background since most of it is voiced. Yeah. I don't ship Tokomaru as much as I used to, but it's due to an extremely toxic person obsessing over the ship. I feel you, Eris. I think UDG has a lot of value as a spin-off, to be honest. I like the branching out from the usual formula. Would have been better if they fought the Ultimate Despairs instead of the Warriors of Hope, though, in my opinion. Yeah, that would have been a cool, like, a cool change to the game, you know? I would have liked that a lot better. What's up, DDR? How you been? You could send me videos on my Discord. There should be a link down below. If you join the Discord, you can hit me up. My DMs are always open on there, so that's probably the best place. You can also send it to me on Twitter. My Twitter's in the description also, if you don't have Discord. What's up, Kit? How you been? Warriors of Hope are some of the worst characters in the series, not gonna lie. Yeah. I mean, I like them. I think they could have been written better. I like their designs and such. They look cool. Karumi's cool. I like Ryoma more though. He's pretty dope. I like Karumi more than Ryoma, to be honest. If we're just picking those two. Warriors of Hope or the V3 Moto Cubs? I think I'll take the Hope. Warriors of Hope. I think I'll take the Warriors of Hope. Don't forget when they asked in the trial, is the Jazz Club important, to say no? Okay, I will. Hopefully I'll remember to do that. I think originally Ultimate Despair and Black Junko were main villains, but they changed it. They probably just didn't want another Junko thing going on, right? Because they knew people were tired of that. Yeah, I'm skipping through, Flowy. I lost my save. I like the Warriors of Hope, but I would have preferred to see the Remnants of Despair, Class 77. Yeah. I think a lot of people would have liked to see that more. I feel as though Danganronpa is a bit of a thing for destroying characters that could have been great. Example, Teruteru, Haiji, etc., etc. They always have that one thing to ruin a possibly great character. That's facts. Yeah, Junko was technically in UDG. She wasn't like the main villain though. To be fair, people like Haiji and Teru do exist IRL. They do. And I mean, Danganronpa tries to go for realism as best as it can while still be kind of doing its fantasy thing. So, hey. I don't think it's bad to have characters that you're supposed to not like. UDG sequel of Kamaru and Toko taking on the Remnants. That'd be dope. I wish we saw more of Teru's countryside instead of him being a pervert 90% of the time. I can kind of agree with that, actually. That'd be kind of dope. This game isn't bad to speedrun and go by very quickly. No, it's not. It's actually kind of easy to do it. That's why I said when it's a visual novel like this, where there's really not much gameplay, it's easy to just kind of skip through. I kind of do wish there was a skip button though. Instead of me having to click like really fast, like what I'm doing right now, but it's fine. Also, just for future, save a ton before every single decision. I will do that. Yeah, because somebody did say that your decisions matter in this game, right? Apparently, like later on, they're actually gonna matter. Which sounds kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of like Birth Me Code. Yeah, but I didn't forget to save. I had tons of saves. I had like 8 saves. But my computer just screwed up. It's my computer. It just deleted all of the files when I deleted my anti-virus software. Your decisions to do matter in this game, so save. Yeah, I've been hearing that. Somebody said that earlier in like 2 streams ago. I think of the first stream. I like Samugi better before the Junko reveal, but I really like the framing reveal. Yeah, you saw the BDA? You saw that? That was kind of dope, though. Oh, yeah, I am going to have to investigate here, though. Hold on. There's a lot of clicking. I'm going to have to put some timestamps on this video, letting people know that if they're watching the VOD to skip this part. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, though. Can you upload your saves to a drive as a backup? I could, yes. I'll probably do that this time. Off topic, but I saw some people speaking about it. I feel like Samugi was the best big bad final boss that we had in the series. I guess so. I mean, I liked the ending of V3. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I thought it was cool. Oh, I'm supposed to discuss with everybody. New title should be Chapter 1 Daily Life plus Victim Reveal plus Trial plus Execution plus Chapter 2 Daily Life plus Victim. That's funny. Talk to you. I like the concept of the V3 ending, but it wasn't really my kind of ending. No. I just wish they would have... I think that was a bad way to end the series, quote unquote, if that is the last game. It looked like it was... There was supposed to be more. You know what I mean? If V3 wasn't the last game, I think people would have enjoyed that ending a lot more. But, you know, we never know. Who knows what the future holds for Danganronpa and future games, you know? We might get more. I like the V3 ending too. Every ending is better than the Danganronpa 2 ending. You think so? V3's ending literally opened the door for fangans, I feel. It did, especially for some. I mean, Danganronpa Redemption is one, isn't it? I like how unique this fan game looks compared to other fan games. I know, like literally you could take the Danganronpa name off of this fan game in particular, and it would be like a completely different game. You know what I mean? It just looks so much different that it doesn't even feel like Danganronpa at times. They could have easily like took the Danganronpa name off of this and made it something else and made money off of this game. Like, why not? I've seen other companies do that, or not companies, but indie developers do that. Because it's just different enough to not necessarily be copyright. I think the OG had the best ending, but V3 is a close second. The very first Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc was like, the ending was, it had me on the edge of my seat. I love that one. I didn't like the ending. I know it was what it was trying to do, and it did okay. It was just really unsatisfying. Agreeing exactly with your point. I spent too much time trying to fit another game into the lore because V3 messed with everything. I still had to make a few leaps, but shrugs. To be honest, I never got the argument the ending means all the characters were fake because they were fake either way. Exactly. What's up, Marielle? Can we get some sort of pin list going in your Discord server for fan recommendations? I feel like if we did some pin listings, like everybody would just want their fan pinned. So it would just be like how it is right now. For the most part. Trigger Happy Havoc had such a great atmosphere though. It did. I just really like the designs of the V3 characters, you know, and I think everybody does. I think that's kind of a popular opinion to have, is the V3 character designs were really good. There was a lot put into them. I think this one was the Jazz Club, right? What did Alice say? I didn't even see what they said. Tell me. Who died? Oh, you're about to see. You're actually about to see. If you just sit here for a little bit longer, you're gonna see who died. Just be a little bit more patient. Pandora just died. If you're looking for the victim. Oh no. All right, yeah, we get it. We're gonna talk about the note. Trigger Happy Havoc absolutely has the best. That chapter 3 was great. Did you have a corrupt save? Yeah, I did. My favorite character is Toko, but Kamaru is a close second. No. Yeah, it was this one. You're right about the pin list. There are still a few that I really want you to read / watch since they're just relatively unknown. I feel you on that. But yeah, if we did a pin list, like literally everyone would just be like, pin mine, and then we would just end up pinning everyone's, and then it would just be the whole entire, you know, already what people put, but in a pin list instead. Trigger Happy Havoc chapter 3's trial is fantastic. It was great. All my faves end up dying. I love every character in V3 except Korikyo. They're really pretty. Yeah, all the designs in V3 are fantastic. They're so good. I mean, even Korikyo's design I liked a lot. I know people are gonna bring up the one moment, and I get it, but in Danganronpa 2 and Danganronpa V3, it felt like a chapter 3 was just a chapter to throw away characters. You're not wrong, friend. You are not wrong. Oh no, it was at 9, right? Yeah, it was that one. Okay. Oh, wait. We gotta remember things. We have the ultimate memory, so. D3 had great designs with flatter characterizations. I felt that was thematically appropriate as well. Pandora was killed in the spa lounge. Yep. It was relaxed. It was soundproof. Oh, it's art. Bam. We win. Hiyoko, I was glad when her BDA played. Why? Celeste's freak out was genuinely startling during my first watch. It was. You know who had a really funny freak out? Some people might think I'm messed up for saying this, but Mikan's freak out was kind of funny. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, my save got corrupted because of the antivirus I had, so I had to uninstall the antivirus, and hopefully things will be better now. It happens. Things happen. It's computers. Technology isn't always reliable, sadly. Beware the quiet ones. Mikan is like evil even before despair. Mikan was funny. Y'all ever stop and think about how Danganronpas are basically their own genre at this point? Considering we get some like Showdown, Shattered Hope, and Ergo Delirium? I've never heard of that one. I have never heard of that last one that you said. But yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. A lot of these fangans have kind of like created their own genre. It's kind of wild. This is why you don't play Danganronpa fan game. Why? Because technical difficulties happen? I mean, the same thing could happen with the actual game. Mikan was the one kid in class who freaks out when they get an A- instead of an A. Everybody knows we've had friends like that. There's always that one classmate that's like that. You feel bad for them though, because you never know what their home environment's like, right? Because sometimes at home, their parents get really upset if they do get an A-. Me sitting with my C. Okay, I think we finally got to basically the point that we should be at. It's coming right up. Yeah, here we go. This is where we left off. Finally. Okay, I'm gonna say YouTube so I know where to timestamp it. YouTube! We are back, finally. I had some technical difficulties. I am really upset about that. If you are watching the VOD, I hope you use the timestamps and you skip ahead so you don't have to watch all of that. Thank you everybody in the live stream for sitting here with me, because the live streamers, they like literally toughed it out and they were just sitting here with me and just talking, and we were having a good time. So here we are with chapter 2 of Danganronpa Lapse. I'm really excited about this. Let's see who our next victim is. A deep, pulsing darkness filled every crevice and fold, bleeding through razor-thin cracks, drifting unevenly between a nauseating black sea and a stifling, destitute vacuum. Obscurity murmured and bubbled beneath the heavy velvet pall. Competing vibrations through the void pounded and shook the air with a stiff, rich chord. The staccato hum echoed, threatening to break the eclipsing shadow. Echo. Echo? Echo! Ouch! Is it Ashley? I opened my eyes as a swift and sharp pain struck my face. Hey, what gives? Missy was standing over me, her hand poised in a way that suggested she was the one who had firmly woken me up. I'm sorry, Echo, but I had to wake you up. I shook you, but you didn't react, so I blinked several times as I rubbed my left cheek, my vision adjusting to the surroundings. It seems I was in either Missy or Ashley's personal room. Wait, why? I sat up in the bed to see Ashley sitting at the floor of the bed, just in front of me. Missy was on my left in a spare chair. I meant to say foot, sorry. Ashley, Missy, what happened? Well, for starters, it's about 9:15 p.m. You seem to have passed out after the trial earlier this evening. Ashley and I were concerned, so we've been monitoring you to make sure you were safe. However, I was worried. You stopped breathing in your sleep. Wait, what? I stopped breathing? That's not good. I can't have you leaving us so shortly after we lost our other two friends. I hope that your newfound title of Ultimate Memory does not begin to fail you so soon. Ultimate Memory? I kind of wish he didn't have an ultimate talent, low-key. Or they, sorry. That's right. Just yesterday, I thought I was an ordinary student with no extreme talents or skills, and yet, in the courtroom, a revelation came to light, and I was given the unique title of Ultimate Memory. But whatever that entailed, I wasn't too thrilled. Because despite that revelation, it wasn't the strangest thing to occur. Aww. Don't show my friends. My friends. I bit back my words in tears, thinking about Pandora and Art. The truth was hard to swallow. Throughout the trial, many of us struggled to find footing in the discussions. None of us wanted to believe any of it. The murder. And following it, the execution. The three of us sat in silence, haunted by the dark happenings of the courtroom. I looked solemnly at the other two. Missy and Ashley's faces told all, a tapestry of remorse and distress. Well, what's important is that you're all right now, Echo. Yeah, thanks, you two. I'm relieved. Ashley's voice was a whisper. First the door trap, then this. We exchanged few words, but we knew from emotion alone how heavy our hearts weighed. Missy breathed a tense sigh. Just the other day, Missy was so composed, but now... A voiceless iron curtain hung over us. There were so many things to address, but fear choked our dialogue. I looked up to meet Ashley's tearful gaze. Aw, she's crying. And looking just past her, I saw something bright sitting on a cabinet in the corner of her personal room. It was a helmet. The race car driver helmet. Ash? What is it, Echo? That helmet over there. When we first met up, I remember you saying you didn't have any personal possessions, but... Yeah, I didn't mention it on the first day. I didn't want to talk about it then. Sorry. You don't have to. No, I think this should be brought up. She's like, yeah, so sorry, but I'm actually taken. Ashley's face sunk. She turned to face the cobalt blue item. I'm sure you can recall what I told you about the person this helmet belongs to. I nodded gently and Ashley sighed deeply. Missy was quiet, politely listening. I got in a fight with my friend, another ultimate student, Silva Prower, race car driver. That fight was about the very preservation project we're involved with now. The project was but a low whisper among ultimate students. Word was that we would be offered state-of-the-art living and protection, seeing as our talents would be of great worldly benefit. As soon as I received my offer to join, I couldn't say no. I asked Silva if he had accepted as well, but Silva declined, wholly disagreeing with the offer vehemently. He doubted the validity of a private group that only existed in the hopeful hearsay of strangers. But what position was I to deny safety when it had been offered so graciously? With our differing opinions on the matter coming to a clash, he eventually gave up on me entirely. That's messed up! You're supposed to be my friend! Miles Tails Prower? Yeah, kinda! Yet, against his wishes, I made attempts to get his name in. And look where we are now. Wait, you wrote his name in anyway after he said that he didn't want to be in? That's kind of messed up, Ashley. Ashley began to tear up and buried her head in her hands. I'm such an idiot. Yeah, you are. Her voice trembled. Ashley, you're not an idiot for caring about a friend's well-being. I mean, you kind of did it without his consent, though. That's kind of messed up. I was foolish for thinking the killing game would go away if I removed Echo from being involved in my troubles. Being involved with ultimate students only leads to ultimate levels of trouble, but I was wrong for thinking I should shoulder tragedy on my own. Ashley looked at me with pleading eyes. They were filled with sorrow and regret. I'm sorry, Echo. I realize that it's more important than ever that we stick together. She grasped my hand firmly, but her own hands were shaking from fear. It was only natural. I felt a tear fall from my face onto the back of Ashley's hand. What did Ashley do? I was AFK. She wrote her friend's name in the preservation project to get them into where we are right now. Without his consent. Missy's voice slipped in. Why don't we get something from the dining hall to unwind? Everyone seems rather tense, and I think taking a break could help us de-stress. Huh? How could you think of getting a snack at a time like this? Hey, I'm hungry! You don't just stop eating because it's a sad moment. I heard my voice cry in desperation. Pandora and Art's lives were just taken away. I'm sorry, but I don't think we're of sound mind right now. That's right. We shouldn't waste time doing nothing. Then what would you suggest we do? We need to escape. Missy, you're the ultimate tactician. I'm begging you. Come up with something, anything, any sort of plan to get us out of here. What's the point of ultimate talents if we can't do anything with them? Missy flinched. She looked away, attempting to hide her reaction. Pixel Dream, you're actually not late. I realized what I had just said. I'm sorry. I went too far. Why are you such a... Come on, Echo, chill. Echo, it's fine. However, Missy's words betrayed her emotions. She must have felt tense after everything as well, but she tried to retain her composure nonetheless. I let out a deep sigh. I'm sorry for losing my temper. You're right. A snack could help clear my head. Missy's expression eased, but she said nothing. Rather, she slowly got up and offered a hand for me. She helped me out of bed, and we quietly made our way to the dining hall. Watch your language, Blaze. I'm sorry, but Echo is being kind of a D-bag. The halls were eerily quiet, as if even sound were draped underneath the shadow of the evening lighting. Hey, it looks nice in here. I like how it looks at night. This is nice. Snazzy. In the dining hall, we saw Forte sitting in his lonesome. Evening, folks. Forte's voice was a low mumble, his posture stone. He sat with hands clasped on the table, resting just before the dining table centerpiece, Pandora's basket of pastries. Oh, all the bread! Missy's idea to get a snack was quickly dashed when we were met with the memento of Pandora. My stomach was twisted. Are you all right, Forte? The answer was plainly painted on his face. No one was of sound mind after what we just witnessed. Even though he didn't answer outright, the question alone gave him a bit of comfort. They better eat that. They better eat that bread. You don't want stale bread. Don't let bread get stale. You need to eat it. Don't waste food. I hate it when people waste food. Indeed. It will be a while yet for me to come to terms proper, but something in French. Even Echo's like, huh? Always rise after a fall. Always rise? Pain exists so we can grow and learn from it. What we do with the feeling of misfortune is what will motivate us to move forward. We learn from tragedy and grow forward. That's so true. It's really all we can do. I must imagine Art was deserted. Regardless his generous fixings, being driven into a companionless corner like that would make anyone miserable. Very true. And being here now with our friends at Missy and Ashley, as well as the others, should teach us that we have friends all around us who would feel anguish without one another. Alas, it's hard to think clearly when your mind has been clouded by despair. I feel terrible for Art. His swirling, desolate emotions pushed too far. I wish to make it known that I care for you all deeply. Aww! Forte's melancholic voice stung my heart. Missy and Ashley themselves had a wistful look in their eyes as they nodded in assent. We hardly knew each other, but I could feel the bond of our adversity bringing us closer together. Our camaraderie knit together by taut strings of fear. If I may. As a precaution, I suggest no one travel alone. It's too dangerous to be without a witness in the event something were to happen. What's up, Lala? How you been? It's not a thought I wish to entertain, but such steps may be necessary if we're going to be at the forefront of the killing game's unpredictability. I agree, and not only that. Are you okay if I make fan art of you and my persona together? I'm bored and I want to draw. Yeah, I'd love that. That'd be awesome. Sorry, Blaze, someone is calling me. It might be a bit till I come back. Catch me up when I'm back. Okay. Bye, Floey. Cyrus's intense behavior could pose a potential problem. Huh? What happened with Cyrus? Well, after the trial, you recall what Zero said, correct? Yeah? Cyrus Sirik is someone to be wary of. Ultimate charisma is a terrible cover talent. After you collapsed, he started acting suspiciously. Wait, what? It seems I've garnered some distrust among you all. No thanks to that lousy Zero. Cyrus, what is Zero talking about? There's no use hiding it. I think a reintroduction is only appropriate. Cyrus Sirik, ultimate confidential informant for the Preservation Project. Wait, what? You're with the Preservation Project? Of course. I rallied you all here after all. So you're bad, is what you're telling me. So what's with the facade? You're in this game too, after all. Did you think you could keep up the niceties all the way through? That's for me to know. And all you need to know is this. You were all doomed from the moment you set foot here. I know for a fact. Nothing you do will save you from this game. Oh, so you're a also, huh? So we got our antag. I'm so upset. I was actually hoping Cyrus was actually going to be a nice guy. You know what I mean? But no. Yeah, it is, Eris. It is. Cyrus's last name is his first name reversed. And then he crept out of the courtroom, leaving us all confused, to say the least. After that, Missy and I rushed you to my room so you could get your rest. Say and Cannon have been unresponsive all evening. I don't know how Lyle is faring, but he is likely in similarly despondent shape. They have retired to their rooms as far as I know. However, if anyone would like to explore, find a partner to keep yourself safe. I cannot guarantee everyone's safety, nor can I force everyone to follow my lead, but I hope you know I wish for everyone's safety. Missy was strained. She wished to protect everyone, but it was difficult since none of us knew what could happen next. I'm awfully curious about something though. As we were returning to the foyer from the courtroom, I noticed that there was a button for the 3rd floor lit in the elevator. 3rd floor? I saw that too. Missy, did you want to investigate the 3rd floor? It's late, but I did want to make a brief round to see what's in store for us. I'll come with you. Echo, did you want to go back to your room for some proper rest? I imagine you're quite fatigued lately. My stomach was in a knot. I didn't want to leave Ashley. No, it's fine. I'll come with you. I feel kind of restless anyway. Walking around could help. Okay, but don't push yourself, all right? I nodded slowly. If you folks are going to explore, would you mind seeing me off to my living quarters? Missy and Ashley obliged, and we all left the dining hall together. Cyrus really came here with his last name being his first name reversed and was surprised he got caught. Facts. In the foyer, we saw Forte off as he retired for the night in his personal room. Entering the elevator again, we traveled to the 3rd floor that had recently opened up. After a low rumbling, the elevator stopped, revealing the new area. Oh, so they have an elevator that takes them to each area. That's kind of cool. A digital kiosk was just outside the elevator, displaying a map of the grounds as we approached. Kind of reminds me of Your Turn to Die. Remember that last section of Your Turn to Die where they have the elevator? The 3rd floor landing hall toward a single main hall that split into 4 rooms, 2 on each side. So we have the casino, we have a garage, a smokehouse lounge, an art gallery, ooh, and more living quarters. What? 4 new activity amenities are available to us. On the left, there's a smoke lounge connected to a casino, and on the right is an art gallery connected to a garage. Why would we have a smokehouse in a casino? Are any of us allowed to smoke? And are any of us allowed to gamble? Is the question there. But of course, they're closed to us from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. However, Missy's voice trailed off. I followed her gaze to the smaller hallways that surrounded the perimeter of the main activity rooms. Familiar doors dotted the hallway. An unknown school emblem decorated the door, but Missy's eyes were transfixed on one. That's... And Ashley herself was looking at another door that bore a similar emblem on it that I had seen on the race car helmet earlier. Huh? Oh. There was another full set of personal rooms on the 3rd floor. Missy and Ashley looked at each other with astonishment. They swiftly ran to their respective doors, but before they could do anything, I see you've met the rest of your classmates. His flat, disembodied voice sent a chill up my spine. The two of them swung around to see Cyrus in a dark corner of the hallway. This man has been just sitting up here, just in a dark corner, just waiting for someone to come up here. Cyrus continued, disregarding Missy and Ashley's grim faces. What a creep. It's too late. Silva and Darling, they're out of the picture. Ashley and Missy reacted to their respective names. I remember Ashley telling me about Silva, so the other unknown was in relation to Missy. The atmosphere was suddenly heavy with paralyzing glare sent every which way. Why do you know this? What exactly do you plan to do with these threats? He shrugged indifferently, unconcerned with answering the questions tossed his way. Cyrus, who are you? This is a new CG. This CG is... I don't think it was in the original, was it? I am the Preservation Project's informant. I was chosen to handpick the class that appears for this game. His leering eyes pierced the very air between us. But Echo Pine, they are different. I was immobilized at the sudden mention of my name. I didn't even know if I was breathing. The three stood at a stalemate, a palpable dread radiating from their deadlocked eyes. Please, stop your facade. Facade? You all heard Zero in the trial. The Cyrus you knew before wasn't the real me. He blew my cover, so I'm here in full form. Interesting. Cyrus let his threat linger. The astringent potential for disaster amassed a lead weight at the bottom of my stomach. Missy and Ashley closed in on either side of me, bracing themselves against his possible machinations. But he just sulked away. Cyrus, husky, low laugh melting into the darkness. I was dizzy with fear, but Missy's firm voice kept me grounded. Hurry, let's return to the living quarters. She grabbed my hand, leading me through the dark toward the elevator that was some ways behind us. We hustled into the elevator and rode back to the main foyer. Echo Pine is different. They're non-binary. That is so cool. See, even psychopaths respect pronouns. Very true. You're not wrong. Back in the foyer, soft light from the chandelier glittered, delicately lighting the main hall. There we crossed paths with Cannon, who was isolated in the foyer once again. Cannon? Ashley's voice was a whisper that didn't seem to reach Cannon's ears. Oh, I'm loving all these CGs! They're so good! Wow! We slowly approached her and saw her cold expression, but her face gave off a different demeanor somehow. The art style of this fangan is so unique to me. I'm just very in love with it. Rather than the icy gaze, we were met with a stony, soulless stare. Cannon, are you all right? I saw her come to, her eyes softening as she turned towards us. She murmured a quiet affirmation. Her cold exterior melted into a brief moment of vulnerability. Then my curiosity got the better of me, and I capitalized on the brevity of silence. Cannon, I have to know. Why did you run away when I collapsed from electrocution? It's got this kind of antique aesthetic. It's really cool, yes. It's very visually appealing. It's only natural to feel fear when you see someone get hurt. Huh? I was frightened, and that's fair. It's odd. I wanted to leave this mansion as soon as I woke up, but something stopped me. She gripped the instant camera she had hung on a short wrist strap. When I woke in my personal room with only this camera in my possession, I couldn't help but feel unnerved. So I stood in the foyer wanting to leave, but felt unable to due to a mysterious bad feeling. And as it turns out, that feeling was right. After I saw you scream and collapse, my suspicions were confirmed, but I didn't know what to do. I waited for someone, anyone, to come and see you so they could handle it. Forte. You know what happens from there. I left someone else to help you because I didn't want to deal with that event. Although her face was no less intelligible than before, her voice was shaking. She was just as scared, if not more, than I was. She desperately wanted to protect herself from being the one who would point out the culprit as long as possible. Knowing she couldn't delay the inevitable revelation, Cannon sighed heavily. Excuse me, I'm going to bed. Cannon briskly walked toward the living quarters. Missy and Ashley gave Cannon a soft goodnight each as she retired for the night. With nothing left to do in the dark of the night, we followed suit to our individual rooms. Aw. I like Cannon. Why I feel she's gonna die? No, don't say that. Don't say that. I feel like Cannon's somebody that's gonna last the whole entire game. Please. Ashley stopped me for a moment in the living quarters hall. Echo, let's take care of each other, yeah? Of course. That doesn't need saying. Ashley mumbled something but cut herself off. Instead, she gave me a hug. I closed my eyes and allowed myself to be swathed in the comfort of her embrace. Good night, Echo. Good night, Ash. Aww. It's so sweet to see the friends together. Entering my personal room, I felt more alienated. This personal room. The comfort and luxury must have been fabricated, creating a false sense of comfort. And behind that sense of comfort, a facade of terror and malice was hiding. A killing game with no remorse for the participants. I shook the nerves out and collapsed on the bed. I want to go to bed for a long, long, long time. Exhaustion overcame me and another day would come to pass. Whoever did the writing for this, they are very good with words. I like it. Feels really professional. Day 4, baby. I want to sleep in that bed though. You do? Chapter 2. Every fire is a lesson learned. Ooh. Every fire is a lesson learned. I like that title. I opened my eyes at the sound of knocking. Pardon me, but good morning. It's Missy Vesper, outside for Echo. I looked at the time, 7:29. Good morning, Missy. I'll be right out. Take your time. I stopped the alarm before it rang and made myself presentable. Still can't believe Art died. It's sad. It really is. I stepped out of my personal room to greet Missy. I noticed she was clutching a small item folded in cloth. Before I could ask about it, she started through the halls and I followed alongside her. What's going on? What's up, little Timmy? How you been? I'm gathering students for a personal announcement. I will elaborate when we arrive in the foyer. She raised the small item, indicating it was going to be the subject of her meeting. You're the last student I approached. Those who won't be present did not answer when I knocked. However, when I approached Sei, she replied through the door that she wasn't going to move at all. She said that if she was going to die, it would happen regardless of what she did. What? It was a shockingly fatalistic thing to say, but I wasn't going to force her out. Ah, that girl. Sei worries me. Do you think she'll do something dangerous? I'm sorry. I meant that I worry for her well-being. I don't wish to be demanding in any case she may be offended or take it the wrong way, but... Missy sighed. She seemed upset that she couldn't do anything to help Sei. I'm sure Sei appreciates the sentiment. We just do what we can, right? I apologize. You're absolutely correct. Mrs. expression eased as we finally arrived in the main foyer. Sei will be fine, like Eris says, they'll be fine. Sei giving up on life? Pretty much. In the foyer, I saw the small group of students Missy gathered. That reminds me of the little arc that Toko had where Toko like ran to her room and was just kind of staying in there isolated from everyone. The group was composed of Forte, Cannon, Ashley, Missy, and myself. So Lyle, Cyrus, and Sei couldn't make it. I'm not surprised Cyrus is absent given his behavior last night. And Lyle should be a person of concern as well, since he was so distraught from the conclusion we came to, discovering Art was the culprit behind Pandora's death. Art just wanted to protect us. It's not his fault Pandora had an incredibly suspicious note. I don't imagine seeing her with the note help, with his head being so full of distress. That note is fairly damning. I never would have thought that she would be in possession of such an oddity. But despite that, I feel like she had good intentions behind it. She specifically pulled me aside the night before to ask if I knew anything about the contents. That doesn't seem like anything a mole would do, right? We pondered the source of the note, but we couldn't presume much about it without the strange item in our hands. Our morning was already off to a rocky start. Oh no. That brings me to what I have gathered you all here for. Missy had the floor, taking place facing the elevator at the centerpiece table while the rest of us encircled the opposite side. Please, do not be alarmed when I show you this. She placed the small cloth-wrapped item she had been carrying on the wooden table. Is it a gun? It's a freaking gun! It was a revolver with a note. Oh, I don't like this at all. Missy, what's the meaning of this? I told Echo before, but I'll reiterate for the rest of you as well. I had plans to contribute my skills to the preservation project prior to the events of arriving here. However, upon arriving in my personal room, I found this revolver. Read the note tied to the handle. Cannon looked over and carefully read from afar. As a student interested in working with the preservation project, one must attempt their hand in a single round of reverse Russian roulette. What? Why? We believe every ultimate student, should they be destined to live and change the world, will surpass the incredible game of chance no matter the odds. What the f? Do we look like Nagito? Reverse Russian roulette? A game of unbelievable chance. 5 out of 6 chambers in the gun are occupied with a bullet. The players suspend the chamber, lock the chamber in, place the gun barrel against their own head, pull the trigger, and hope to survive. Wow! Now that's luck. I know if Nagito was here, he would love that, man. He'd like sweat. He'd be so excited. He'd be like, give me that gun. I need to feel the hope. Without the knowledge of whether or not a bullet will be fired, your life is in the hands of fate. Huh? That's absurd. What are the possible odds of someone surviving that? The odds are far too high to take a chance on. One would have to be inconceivably fortunate. You didn't play, right? Who would dare risk such a gamble if they were not certain they would survive? Missy's jaw clenched. Did she really not play the round? That said, I'm showing my hand because I want to suspend my disbelief. Huh? I sincerely want to trust you all, so I hope you could trust me as well after I've revealed this wretched thing. I wish for you to believe that no danger is to be contrived from me, as I have no intention to harm any of you. She carefully folded the cloth back over the revolver. Have any of you heard of a concept called the Stockdale Paradox? No, what is that? I can't say that I have. I'll explain. It is a philosophy of duality, named after a vice presidential candidate. The Stockdale Paradox is a concept in which one must never lose faith that they will prevail in the end, while still confronting the cruel facts of their reality. It is a paradox of the self. An individual has to be able to balance the horrors of reality with the optimism of success to truly be able to overcome the worst situations. This mindset, the acknowledgement of two opposing sides, is paramount in achieving one's goals. One mustn't get so hopeful they ignore the gravity of their grave surroundings. In our case, we must balance the hope that we'll escape the clutches of this place against the despair of ultimate death within the walls. The 4 of us were petrified. That does feel like a zero escape moment. It does. Hope? Despair? It was hard to process. Thank you for placing trust in us, Missy. We will not let you down. Cannon remained silent but nodded in agreement at Forte's statement. Thanks, Missy. You're risking a lot, but if none of us plan to kill, then there really shouldn't be anything to worry about. Of course there shouldn't be anything to worry about. We're all reasonable people, but fear is a powerful tool. By showing you this item and telling you my intentions, I hope to dispel any fear among us. I see. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding. I couldn't believe how bold Missy was being. She could have easily left the gun in her room, out of sight, essentially out of our realm of existence where no one could cause harm with it. But she was venturing with high hopes that our group truly had no ill will. Everyone agreed. No one would dare fire the gun. Even so, in a game of killing, a weapon presented itself seemingly out of nowhere. Oh no. This isn't going to end well. Stranger so, it seemed like some students were left some sort of item in their rooms upon waking up. First, Cannon remarking upon her camera, then Ashley having Silva's racing helmet, and finally Missy with a revolver. But I also recall Forte having something that was seemingly out of place from the mansion. When he took care of me after I was shocked, he had... Was it sheet music? That's right. He was leafing through some sheet music. I wonder, what was the meaning of this? Hey, yo! Hold on. As I pondered the strange trend, the sound of glass shattering filled the room. What the freak? Hello? Our group glanced at each other for a moment before running off to the source of the sound. Through the dining hall and into the kitchen, the sound persisted louder and louder. Oh, it's Lyle! There, we found Lyle in the kitchen itself in a state of disarray. Broken glass and battered metal littered the floor as Lyle clutched a metal pipe, aiming for the oven. Lyle, what on earth are you doing? Have you lost your mind? What's it look like I'm doing? I'm testing the rules. The rules state that we are not to damage major assets, yet here I am, breaking everything. And so far, nothing has happened. Don't you understand? The rules aren't enforced. Art wouldn't have to kill Pandora. He wouldn't have had to die by our vote. Aww. Lyle just doesn't believe. In the circumstance of a game, rules are placed to create restriction, and yet there's no arbiter or custodian or mastermind here to punish us for breaking the rules. So why should we be following the rules in the first place? We thought our lives were threatened since we were trapped by that electrocuting door. Did that even actually happen? What do you mean? Of course that happened. Why would I lie about something like that? You were the only one who was afflicted by it. For all I know, Echo, you're the mastermind behind this. What? What are you doing, Lyle? You collapsed, and Forte, in his good-natured heart, came running to your aid. That collapse could have been entirely fake. Because of that, we were simply trapped by our own fears. Be that as it may, the fact remains that the door was armed and is currently barricaded. There can't be no reason for that. Despite Forte's observation, Lyle ignored him. He was completely absorbed in his thoughts. Oh my god, he won't listen to anybody! Art didn't have to die. He didn't have to die. He didn't have to die. He was muttering to himself as his grip tightened on the pipe. Lyle's eyes gleamed with intent. Those enraged eyes locked onto mine as he dropped the pipe, the metal crushing the glass debris into dust. I'm not going to die. Not after him. Bro, you might just die now! With impeccable timing, an announcement rang through the halls. It is now 9 a.m. and welcome to day 4 of 7. We're already halfway through. How exciting! However, there are far too many people alive right now. We need to fix that. Today's force motive question is, do you believe your talent can benefit all of humanity? Yes, as ultimate students at the top of your field, society will expect you to contribute yourselves and respective talents to the world as a whole. Ponder this question as we set up our next motive for you all. Coming soon to ultimate students everywhere. I listened to the announcement best I could, but the rest of the group paid no attention. Instead, they were trying to calm Lyle after his spiel. No one heard that, so, they just gave us a force motive question and no one cares. Lyle, we want to leave too, believe me. But we should put our heads together and come up with a plan instead of wrecking everything. No! You'll only get in the way! Lyle aggressively pushed his way through us, leaving the dining hall for the foyer, with Missy giving chase. What the freak? Lyle, listen! Lyle, stop it! Stop following me! I alone will piece together the secrets of this awful killing game. If I'm not the ultimate puzzle master. Cyrus was right. If I don't act now, nothing will get done. You spoke to Cyrus? I ran into him this morning in the kitchen. He doesn't concern me in the slightest. With how Cyrus is behaving now, there's no telling what will happen next. You really ought to be careful around him. Huh. Lyle ignored Missy's plea and marched over to the elevator, slamming the buttons. He turned around and held up a fist with a crumpled piece of paper in it. I swear, I will find the other person who knows the secrets of this note. That's the only clue Art left me. And I will do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of this. Lyle gave us one last parting glare before entering the elevator. Click. The elevator doors closed, leaving the rest of us in a state of bewilderment. With Lyle on edge as it is, a talk with Cyrus sounds like a recipe for disaster. What do you suppose he's going to try now? I can only surmise Lyle might be going to the third floor to scour the area for the other students. It's a new location that needs to be turned over after all. Forte and Missy sighed in unison. Let us hope he doesn't do anything reckless. Just after Forte said that, I heard footsteps at the top of the stairs. Oh crap. It's freaking Cyrus! I kind of want to see what happens. Yeah, this is getting good. What the freak? Cyrus. Cyrus replied in a nonchalant manner, but his face was different. In the light of day, Cyrus' expression was twisted into something disconcerting. Missy and Cyrus exchanged fierce looks once more. Only this time, the two of their emotions were catalyzed. Yo, they have like this rivalry going on right now, right? Perseverance, what's going on? How you been? If Lyle dies, I will weep. I love his character. It's really interesting. It really is good. Before we could react, Missy moved swiftly to pursue Cyrus at the top of the stairs. Missy, wait! What are you doing? Ashley went to chase after her, but Missy's firm voice stopped Ashley in her tracks. Don't worry. I'm confident nothing will happen here. I'd like a word with his informant. She announced her vague plan as she arrived at the top of the stairs and forcefully grabbed Cyrus by the arm. Cyrus didn't say a word. Rather, he just made a disgusted face as Missy pushed him into the jazz club. She slammed the door and silence befell the group. Should we be concerned? That sounds a little scary right now. Missy has a plan. I have faith she will carry it out to execution with the least casualties. Yeah, Miss Ultimate Tactician probably has some cards up her sleeve. Let's just leave her be. Cannon made a rather snide remark, but that said, it seemed like everyone was confident that Missy had a plan, seeing as no one went to pursue her. Ugh, I hate it in here. Why don't we carry on the investigation ourselves? Investigation of what? The mansion. We still haven't found a way out of this place. I agree. The third floor opened up to us last night, so there could be an opportunity for escape. Cannon, would you like to join me? Missy proposed traveling in pairs to protect ourselves, so if I may. Sure. With a stern reply, Cannon briskly began escalating the foyer stairs. Excuse us. Forte followed suit, which left me and Ashley in the foyer. We should check out the third floor again, now that the amenities are open. And hopefully we'll find those other students. Her voice was low. Ashley was pale with worry. There were signs of her friend Silva being here as well, the helmet in his personal room on the third floor. But the fact that we hadn't run into anyone for 3 days was cause for concern. I didn't want to say anything though. Ash, I'm sure we'll find Silva and the others. Ashley's eyes softened. Thanks, Echo. She gave me a smile once more before starting toward the stairs. I began to follow, but something was tugging at me. Hey, Ash, should we take the gun? Oh my god. I feel like she's gonna say no. Ashley hesitated. I think we should trust Misty. Or I said Misty. I think we should trust Missy. We should trust everyone. It's ridiculous though. I mean, trust? It's such a lofty, intangible concept. Who can say whether or not someone will uphold it? Echo, are you saying you won't? Of course not. It's just... Then that's that. Huh? Missy wants to believe in us. And I'm guessing from our observed behavior during the trial last night, she has no reason to believe any of us are malicious. In fact, the one person she thinks is the most dangerous is Cyrus, and she's dealing with him personally. She's placed her trust in us. Now we just have to trust her. It's a give and take. I see. Trust. I pondered the concept as we made our way toward the third floor. Okay, here's my thing about this, right? I agree with trusting Missy. I don't agree with trusting some of the other characters here, okay? Some of the other characters here are a little untrustworthy to me. I distrust some of them. But I get where Missy was coming from, though. It kind of reminds me of VLR when they were, like, trusting each other to not vote for one another. Like, everybody was trusting that everyone would vote for themselves so they wouldn't have to deal with, like, losing anyone. But we all know that eventually that kind of messes with people's brains, right? And somebody ends up not trusting someone and ends up voting for someone else and not sticking with the group decision. That's fair, Blaze. Missy's a goner. I stand by this. Take the bullets out of the gun. At the least, take the bullets. You don't even have to take the gun. Take the bullets. There's no right answer to this. Take the gun. They could use it. Leave the gun. Someone else could use it. Right. Upon arriving at the 3rd floor, Ashley and I saw Cannon and Forte just entering the garage. Trust is fascinating to study, yeah. Ashley herself revisited the door with Silva's skull emblem and tugged at the doorknob. Locked. Figures. Yeah, they did do that in Danganronpa. They touched on it a little bit on the Chapter 5 Deadly Life. Solution, eat the gun. She knocked lightly a couple times, but to no avail. Her eyes were dark. I'm making a Danganronpa soon? That sounds cool, Perseverance. Hey, maybe those other students are just gathered somewhere else in the building. It's a pretty big place. This whole floor was hidden from us for a while, after all. Ashley snapped out of her trance. Her concerned gaze met mine. Yeah, we'll see them soon enough. She lightly caressed the door before returning to my side. Well, let's see if we can't find anything on this floor. Cannon and Forte just went to the garage, so why don't we check out the other rooms in the meantime? Let's see. I want to go to the casino. I love how casinos look in visual novels like this, so let's check it out. Let's visit the casino. Casinos are really pretty. I don't really like going to casinos myself, but we visited the casino, a dim room with an expensive design. Look at this. Looks amazing in here. I love the look of it. Among the room pairs, this room was connected to the smoke lounge by a set of double doors on its left wall. A casino? I suppose it pairs well with the smoke lounge. I guess some kind of ultimate gambler would thrive here, but still. See what you did there. This, along with the smoke lounge, seems a bit out of our depth. Well, we're not here for the recreation. Let's see what we can find. We split up and searched between the rows of slot machines that lined one side of the room and the card tables that occupied the opposite. The slot machines spun listlessly as they sat idly by. The card tables themselves looked rather lonely. No chips or cards adorned the felt. I paced through the room twice over, but didn't spot anything of note. Call up Celeste. Yeah, call up Celeste right now. This would be her favorite room in the whole building. Ashley seemed to be out of sorts. I wanted to talk and take her mind off her worries for a little bit. So, I suppose I did have an ultimate talent after all. What do you suppose I meant to do with it? Well, it helped during the trial. That aside, I'm not even sure what kind of practical uses it has. Ashley fell quiet, instead focusing her attention on investigating the room at hand. Okay, think about it, right? We have class trials that deal with memory, right? We need to remember evidence. Having the ultimate memory and remembering things that happened in the past is very, very useful here. You might as well be the ultimate detective. Screw it. Echo is OP in this kind of situation. At a loss, we decided to move on. Let's see. Let's go to the smoke lounge. Let's see what the smoke lounge is. With Pandora gone, Ashley is the one clear romance option left. Yeah, sadly. We entered the smoke lounge, a large room with a rustic design. Among the room pairs, this room was connected to the casino by a set of double doors on its right wall. Dude, this room looks fancy. Look at all the alcohol. Immediately upon entering, we were met with a heavy ashy odor. I love the flowers. That looks amazing. I covered my nose to block the smell, but the air itself felt thick and suffocating. Echo, are you okay? I'm fine. I just wasn't expecting the air to be so dry. Let's try to make this quick. I wish I had the ultimate memory. Man, I would be so good in school, man. What kind of group would allow students access to a smoke lounge? That seems irresponsible. Yeah, what kind of ultimate talent could utilize this room anyway, right? Maybe a Yakuza, maybe Mafia, something like that. Who knows? Let's just take a quick look for some sort of exit and move on. I glazed over the room from one end to the other with a single sweeping look. It was a decadent looking set. The leather seating and fine woodcraft tables were cozy, each table housing a small candle for a comforting effect. The far wall had shelves upon shelves of fine beverages locked behind a glass case. with a bar to match on the opposite side. It was a highly refined atmosphere overall that felt rather unwelcoming to those of us who didn't indulge in this sort of recreation. I peeked around in the areas I thought may be suspicious, but didn't really know what to look for. The ultimate cigar lighter? Ultimate smoker? I wanted to try again. Lyle probably has some trick to memorizing different puzzle block patterns. I could ask him, right? Yeah, I think there's usually some kind of math involved, so there's that. We're both quiet on that one. Finding nothing fruitful of note, we move to our next location. The art gallery! Angie's favorite place! Let's visit the art gallery. Yeah, he's the ultimate confidential informant. Ooh! This place is snazzy! Crossing the 3rd floor hall, we came upon the spacious art gallery. Among the room pairs, this room was connected to the garage by a set of double doors on its right wall. It's very picturesque and modern, yes. Yeah, the whole environment is really inviting. Could some kind of exit or clue really be hidden in a place like this though? Dude, those paintings on the left are very detailed for being background things, you know what I mean? Wow. I guess we'll find out. The art gallery was situated in a warehouse-styled room. The high, open ceilings adorned with bright lights gave way to several painted canvases that decorated the walls. Large, colorful work tables were lined up in the center, facing a small stage that held a sculpture up for the artist to see. Off to the side was an inset closet stocked with shelves chock full of supplies. Dude, Angie would love it here, man. We kept coming up short in our investigation, shuffling the lengths of the rooms in silence. I stopped peppering Ashley with questions pertaining to my talent. She clearly wasn't in the mood to address it. Oh, Echo. Ashley sighed. This whole ultimate debacle, such a thing has no bearing on what we have. We don't need to find any sort of use for the talent. I couldn't tell you what all a jockey could do for the future. Yeah, true. Was it too much to simply wish for safety? That in return, we must contribute everything in our power to get something so basic? I wish the project wasn't so incessantly utilitarian about our talents. Another heavy sigh. Pandora said something like that on the 3rd day in response to the forced motive question. That baking was simply her passion. Sorry, the talent assignment was so weird and out of nowhere. To be honest, I'm not even sure I believe it. I just wanted to talk to take your mind off. I let the sentence hang. I didn't know where to go from there. Thanks, Echo. Aw, that's cute. We kept looking. You forgot about Iroha? Iroha would love this place too. It's giving somebody's gonna die in the art room because of how nice it looks, I know. The 3 rooms we visited were stocked with a decadent supply of recreation, but the fact that we couldn't find an exit nor any signs of life were cause for concern. Our entrapment felt more and more isolating with each discovery. There's one more room to check. I wonder if Cannon and Fortea finished their investigation. No reason not to join them if they haven't. Whoa! Hey, look at the cars in here! Let's go! We got a Lambo. We got a Porsche. I see an Audi. Ashley and I entered the garage through its heavy double doors. There weren't any signs of Forte or Cannon in the room. The garage was another warehouse-sized room that housed a large collection of vehicles. Vehicles of various makes and models lined the warehouse like a row of soldiers. The luster of each steel body gleamed proudly under the beams of display lights. A car collection? Yeah, a great one. Let me save, by the way. It's been a while. Huh? I turn around to see Ashley shaking. Is this a joke? Ash? This is some kind of sick joke, isn't it? Oh, is this the race car driver's cars? I went to Ashley's side, but was shrugged away as she stumbled toward a cobalt blue race car. She laid her hands on the hood of the car and stared a hole through the windshield. Oh no. This is Silva's car. The look on her face was filled with mixed emotions. Oh no. I gripped her shoulders firmly and shook her out of her daze. Ash, snap out of it! Ashley blinked and took a step back, but her head was hanging low. Echo, this is a sign. It can't simply be a coincidence, can it? Her voice trailed off. It seems we came to the same conclusion. It was entirely possible that Silva was also captured, made to play a killing game. Oh, that'd be sad. But she would never want to hear that. Ashley, all these signs must be set up to get a rise out of you. Huh? Think about it. The mysterious group infiltrated the preservation project and kidnapped us. They must have known about your fight with Silva and are using it against you, using it to vex you, to motivate you into doing something horrible. Facts? They're playing mind games with you, Ashley. You don't have to worry about Silva. I told her these things, but they were all a lie. Hey, they might be true, though. Even so, I couldn't stand to see her in such despair. Ashley rubbed her eyes and I saw her body relax. Yeah, you could be right. She sniffled out a voice of gratitude. Thanks, Echo. What are friends for? I gave her a small hug. Oh, that's cute. I'm gonna step out into the hall for a bit, if you want to keep looking. Oh, alright. I won't be long then. I let Ashley gather her bearings outside as I gave the garage a brief walkthrough. This could be true. It could be. Unsurprisingly, I found nothing. I hope he's not dead. I don't think so. I think he's good. I left the garage, disgruntled at the lack of clues for escape. Out in the main hall, I spotted Ashley in the midst of conversation with Missy. Echo, you might want to hear this. Huh? What is it? As you know, I had a conversation with Cyrus. Yeah, that was kind of scary, but I'm glad to see you're all right. Worry not. I'm here in one piece. I wanted to bring your attention to his strange behavior. You see, I tried to reason with him, talk to him from one person to another, but it's almost as if after he was exposed, he's been putting on a facade. I'm sorry. It's difficult for me to explain this gut feeling I have about him, but I have my suspicions. Zero said Ultimate Charisma wasn't the real Cyrus, but could it be the other way around? That would be interesting if it was. What's up, Deimos? How you been? The other way around? What do you mean? I was thinking when Zero uncovered Cyrus's false talent, revealing his true title, Cyrus's behavior became stilted and insincere. Perhaps charisma truly isn't his talent, but his behavior under that title seemed organic. My apologies, I'm just thinking out loud. Although to see for myself, I wanted to talk some sense into him, but he remained steadfast and stubbornly irksome. If he continues to behave strangely, we might have another tragedy on our hands. I agree. I didn't want to be too hasty, but might I suggest we try to extract information from him with force? With force? Mrs. expression sharpened as she made a definitive decision. I could see her eyes glazing through a plan of action. I will use the gun to threaten him into talking. I make no mistake, I have absolutely no intention of firing it, but Cyrus doesn't need to know that. In that case, let me help you. I'll get rope from the climbing center to bind him in case he thinks of doing something funny. Excellent. I was shocked, but Ashley and Missy were both in agreement. Ashley quickly let us make preparations and rendezvous here promptly. We mustn't waste any time with Cyrus roaming around free. Oh, we're about to pull a Nagito on this man. Ashley nodded. We're about to put him. We're about to tie him up and put him in the darkest room we could find. Sounds like a terrible idea. Yeah. The three of us sped down the stairs and split up at the second floor landing. Missy continued further down. Ashley and I took a sharp turn toward the climbing center. This smells like Missy goes in with gun, ends up dead. Everyone blames Cyrus, but it's not. Yeah, it sounds like it might go like that. I was struggling to keep up, but eventually closed the distance between us as she dug through the lockers in search of rope. Isn't this too extreme? Look, it sounds harsh, but it's necessary to prevent further killing. The last thing I would want is to not keep an eye on Cyrus and have you get killed, Echo. Oh, God. It'll go by. It's not fine. It is not fine this time, Eris. No single soul is exempt from death. There's no gray area about it. I understand that, but... Somebody got shot! I told you it's not fine! Before I could finish my thought, a shot was heard ringing through the hall. The shot sounded like it came from above. Missy? She must have encountered Cyrus before us. Ashley wrapped a bundle of rope around her forearm, grabbed my hand once more, and darted up the stairs toward the third floor. Oh, She stopped me at the foot of the stairs and cautiously looked around the corner at the main hallway. 2 shots? How many shots? The sound of another shot exploded through the air. It sounded like it came from the smoke lounge. What was going on? Before I realized what was happening, I felt my body move on its own. Ashley had thrown the art gallery's doors open and forced me in. Ash, what on earth are you doing? She slammed the doors between us as I stumbled in. Yeah, I mean, if someone's shooting, you might want to take cover somewhere. Echo, take cover here and don't move a muscle until I get back. Oh, no! No! She commanded me from the other side of the door as I tried to steady my footing. In my state of dishevelment, I stayed put, not knowing what else to do. I heard her footsteps soften as she put furthering distance between us. Oh, this could go bad! Missy? Slam? Oh, no! I was shaking. I hurtled toward the door. I couldn't help but fear the worst, attempting to pry the doors open. Why would you go out there? Someone's shooting! Yo! Like, did they not learn in school? School shooter 101! You hide in a room and you barricade the doors. You don't run through the halls. Huh, I wonder who's shooting out here. What the f? But the doors wouldn't budge. Upon closer inspection, the doors had no keyhole or latch that would keep them locked. Huh? Locked? How? Who the freak would lock the door? I looked around hastily for something to help me get out. Oh yeah, the garage is connected to the art gallery. I could leave through there. I ran to the double doors that led to the garage and tugged. But the doors were similarly blocked. Looking again, these double doors had nothing preventing them from being opened. Somehow, both sets of double doors have been blocked. No way. How could this be happening? I gasped, collapsing to the ground at the inexplicable situation I found myself in. Oh, new CG, looks good. Oh, I like how it has the blur effect to it. That's cool. I've been through a lot. The whole world doesn't have shooter education, Blaze? Well, we need it. We need it. Well, America, you know we need it, obviously. I've been through a lot of drills. I've been through earthquake drills, tornado drills, fire drills, shooting drills, bomb threats. Like we had the bomb threat drills or whatever. I've been through them all, dude. I feel like here in America, you pretty much go through them all. Missy. It's possible Missy was out there with a gun. Another shot! Someone is just shooting and shooting and shooting! Confronting Ashley. I felt the cold sweat foaming on my face. Missy, you asked us to trust them. I couldn't believe how stupid I was for believing in trust. Yeah, that was a dumb idea. I should have picked up the gun when it was in the foyer. Trust. Footsteps. I heard footsteps from the main hall side of the doors. Lyle, you must be a raving madman if you think you could run around the building alone. I'm not doing anything suspicious. I'm doing everything I can to get us out of here, unlike the rest of you. And what are you doing poking around in one of the third floor personal rooms anyway? How did you even get in there? That is none of your business. Voices? Who the freak is talking? I heard one say Lyle. I heard faint voices from the main hall side of the art gallery. I sprung up from the floor and banged on the door from inside the art gallery. Hey! Whoever's out there! Let me out! I hammered on the door until my fist fell through the air. Echo? Say's out here? Say was on the other side of the door holding a bundle of rope. Why the do you have rope? There's no time to explain. I was falling all over myself, running toward the sound of the shots. Everything was a blur as I darted across the hall to the smoke lounge and threw the door open. Oh, it's Cyrus! No! I love Cyrus! I don't care if Cyrus was about to be the anti-tech. He had so much going for him. Cyrus's body was lying face up, blood staining his torso and hands. I am so... Ah! I sharply inhaled and trembled at the sight. Ah! Say shook out a small startled response before disappearing from the smoke lounge entirely. I stood rooted in place, fear and confusion paralyzing me. Dude, the one person I was like, no, this person has a lot of potential. What if he's not dead though? We didn't get a BDA yet. The smoke lounge was in a complete state of chaos with Cyrus's bloody body drawing my gaze. Furniture was strewn about. Glass cabinets were shattered and fabric sprinkled the messy floor. My head stung. The miasma of alcohol rushed through my senses, mixed with the thick odor of smoke and metallic scent of blood created an awful, nausea-inducing headache. We didn't get a BDA yet, though. The double doors that connected the small lounge to the casino was ajar. A morbid curiosity took hold. I cautiously approached the slight opening. Oh my god, look how bloody it is here. There's blood on the door handle. There's blood on the floor here. What is that back there? What is that case? My god, all the freaking alcohol got shot. I pushed slowly and... Wait, another one? Is that Ashley? Oh, it's a lie? Oh! It's a lie! It made the "it's a lie" noise. Ashley's body was strewn on the floor, blood staining her hands. All my instincts escaped me and my mind went completely blank. Okay, she's not dead. Okay, Cyrus definitely probably is dead. Ashley's good though. So Ashley's gonna get framed in this instance, huh? White noise filled my thoughts. I crumpled to the floor beside her, but my hands wouldn't go anywhere near Ashley's body. Bro, my heart is beating right now. A slam intruded my daze. Cannon and Forte closed in on Ashley's body and were voicing their concern, but I heard nothing. My senses were scrambled. The only thing I heard about the murmur of their voices was... Wait, the eerie chime indicating, a body has been discovered in the smoke lounge. You will be granted a period of investigation and then we will begin our class trial. Please accept this generous gift of a special report called the Monokuma File. It will be printed from the digital kiosk and it outlines the details of our poor lost friend. Your lives depend on solving this case, so get a crack on. I could feel my whole body shaking. I couldn't take my eyes off Ashley's body. The BDA and Ashley's body. Did that mean... Yeah, they said only one person. It was singular. I heard footsteps approach from behind. Missy crouched from beside me and rested her hand on my back, lightly shaking me. Echo! Echo! I couldn't respond. I just sat on the floor staring. Missy reached past me, toward Ashley's body. Missy, could it be? Life motioned in slow motion as I tried to connect what I heard outside the gallery to the horrible scene at hand. Missy carefully moved Ashley's hair and gently placed 2 fingers at the side of her neck. Missy! Don't you dare touch her! She's alive. That's what I like to hear, baby! Okay, that's good. She's alive? My heart was pumping and I felt new life breathe into me as I processed the revelation. Look, her bracelet isn't a neon pink. Oh, thank the Lord. Her pulse is extremely weak, but Ashley is alive nonetheless. Isn't there an infirmary anywhere? She needs attention quickly. I'll check the casino kiosk for a map. Cannon swiftly left as the rest of us gazed in astonishment. My stare remained on Ashley's bracelet. Missy was right. It remained the same light rose gold color as mine, unlike when Pandora's turned neon pink. Even if that were the case, what was wrong with her? I searched for an infirmary on the kiosk, but it only displays the floors that we've been to. Then, does that mean there isn't one? No, there is an infirmary, but the infirmary is connected to the courtroom. My body kicked into action as I sprinted out of the casino toward the 3rd floor elevator and slammed the buttons. Echo! I need to get out of here. Take me to the courtroom! I shouted at nothing as the elevator doors refused to open. I continued to hit the buttons fruitlessly. Echo, please. Yeah, Lapse is done. This is a completely finished game from start to finish. I know it will be difficult, but it seems we must investigate in order to gain access to the courtroom. Missy had followed me all the way out here. We wouldn't want to enter the trial without preparing ourselves. Therefore, we must work quickly if we're going to bring Ashley back. Please. I slammed my forehead against the elevator door in defeat. Ashley. I let out an immense, heavy sigh. My chest heaved and I felt my breath escape in shaky, broken pieces. I'll do whatever it takes. I'm being honest, I'll probably go back and play Pumped Up Kicks over that part of the chapter. I'm dead. I dragged my feet as Missy and I made our way to the crime scene. We're doing this again. This horrible, horrible thing. Searching for the culprit behind this sickening scene only to pull them or to put them on the chopping block for the game to continue anew afterwards. The cycle was torturous. Ugh. Despite that, Ashley was alive. I tried to clear my head. Yes, Ashley was barely hanging by a thread of life, but she was alive regardless. I need to figure out who did this. Someone took Cyrus's life and threatened Ashley's. There's no gray area about it. Dang. Ashley was attacked, but we don't know if she killed Cyrus. Yeah, she was definitely, and a lot of people are going to suspect her too, because she was there, you know. Did I not expect Cyrus to go this soon? Yeah, same. Cyrus has a lot. He had like a lot of potential, you know what I mean? Forte propped open the doors that kept the smoke lounge and casino separated so we could move freely between them. In the smoke lounge, Lyle stood, looming over Cyrus's body. Say was in the smoke lounge as well, gazing at the body from a distance. In the casino, Forte put Ashley in a recovery position and was monitoring her. Cannon was standing between the rooms, glaring at the trail of debris. Missy went to investigate the smoke lounge, and I was left to look on my own. And that's where the investigation starts up. And that's a— whoa! Hey! Why'd they speed this up? Why'd they speed this song up? I like it though. I like it. I like it. I like it. So thank you guys for hanging out with me and going through all of those crazy— oh my god, this is a great remix. I never heard this, bruh. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming here and sticking through all of my technical difficulties here today. They were terrible. They were horrible. But you know what? We made it through. We made it through it. And we got to the investigation of chapter 2. We're going to see who killed Cyrus in the next episode. I'm really excited about that. The next 2 fan games that I'm doing, well, this one and then the next one, are finished fan games. Like, they're completely finished. Start to finish, we'll be playing them. They're both games. The second one, the one that I'm doing after this one, isn't technically a fan game. Like, the developer doesn't want to be associated with Danganronpa per se, but it's very inspired. Like, when you guys see it, you'll be like, this is Danganronpa, pretty much. But yeah, I just saved like a billion times. I did so many saves, and I'm about to back it up onto my other hard drive too, so I have multiple. But yeah, can't wait. What is it? It's actually called Konrin Zanki, and I did kind of similar to Lapse. They gave me a copy of the game a while back, and I played like the first chapter, I think it was, and then that was it. That's all they had at that time. But now it's finished. Well, it's been finished for about a year, but I'm getting to it now. I'm getting to it now, and yeah, I'll be able to check it out from start to finish. Think I heard of it? Yeah, I've covered it here, but we only got to play chapter 1 at the time because that's all they had finished, and that was probably around the same time I played Danganronpa Lapse, to be honest. Wait, I remember that one? Yes, I'm glad that you remember. It was finished. I never played it, and they told me to play it like a year ago, and I completely forgot. That was my bad. The team had hit me up, and they were like, hey, we finished our game, and I just like, that just went right over my head, bro. It went right over my head, so I'll be able to play it for them, finally. It was really good, too. It had a really awesome art style, and it was a pretty fun game. It was really well put together, so I'm curious to see how it all pans out. It had really good characters also. Character designs were freaking amazing because it was like Steins Gate meets Danganronpa, you know? It looked good. Anyways, thank you guys for coming to the stream. I'll see you guys next time. I'll put timestamps on the VOD, so when you go back to watch the VOD, just click on the timestamps so you can skip all of the, you know, button pressing that we were doing for about 30 minutes. I heard through the grapevine that there's a Sonic Rompa in development called Supersonic Rompa. I will check that out in the future because I love Sonic. You know that. That is my junk. When are you going to do Rompa and Friends rerun? I mean, Empire is still working on it. Empire is like taking their time. Rompa and Friends is one of those ones where it's going to take a while, but it's going to be quality when it comes out, right? Obviously, Empire comes in and out here. We always see them all the time. So, you know, I'll do it obviously when it comes out, but it's not out yet. it is still where we left off last time. But yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.